Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the worst movie ever made is brought to you by anxiety, coffee, and chocolate. If you know, you know.
Do you mind? I think you smoke too much. Drink too much coffee and eat too much sugar.
It helps ease the tension.
Oh, I can get rid of that. Massage is one of my hobbies.
That's it. Now just relax and let the tension flow.
Listen, pal. Touching me is not a great idea. We're cops, okay?
All right.
Hello and welcome to the worst movie ever made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind, to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ackman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scucci. What's up, brother? And why are we doing this movie? And that's a legit question this week. It's split second.
So this happened with From Paris with Love, and then I was thinking it's in the same wheelhouse as Split Second, which is in the same wheelhouse as TC 2000. We were bamboozled last week when we found out From Paris with Love was kind of good. I loved it.
Right.
You liked it a lot, but you didn't. I don't think you loved it the way I did.
I didn't love it. I would have given it like a B-.
Yeah, I give it A++.
Yeah.
But so this movie, it's like this is the kind of shit you would get like at the local video store for like a 3-day rental, and you'd watch at 3 a.m. And it's like fucking awesome in that context, but like it's a little. If you watch it when you're a little too lucid, it kind of falls apart, but it's great.
Agreed.
So it's almost like a control in the experiment, because I think this is the kind of movie that TC 2000 wanted to be, and that's how I'm framing it, because I think we both. Yeah. I love this movie, but it does have problems, just like on a narrative level, and I think it inspired a very, very funny "I think you should leave" skit, which I have broken up into about 9 abusers. So I'm just gonna, for context, we heard the opening clip. Here's something from Detective Crashmore.
Big fucking bullets, you fuckers! You fucking suck! You fucking suck!
All right.
He's the best.
So I'm doing great, and I can't wait to get into this. So we have an
Sweet.
explanation to do. You said
do
you're
it.
trying something a little different there, right? So I'll do my alliteration, and then you got a little wild card action. Okay.
Yeah, a little wild card, yeah.
Here we go.
Rob gives you the alliteration. I give you the explanation. It's like a little
suicide pact. I'll sting you, you step on me.
This is the best explanation.
All right, are you ready?
I am.
Hauer's Harley hassles harlots, hoping the heart stealer in hiding's hellacious hackles hear his heroism.
Wow. That's a hell of a H sequence there, brother.
Yes, that took me about 90 minutes to come up with.
Dude, sometimes, man, I'm doing like the offensive minigame, and it legitimately takes 2 hours because I just can't think of what I want to say. And it doesn't even turn out, like, I don't even feel good about it by the end of the 2 hours. I'm just like, I guess
you know what's
I
funny? I was like sitting there like with like a million tabs, and I'm like, what does hackle mean? And it's like erectile hairs along the back of a dog or other animal that rise when it is angry or alarmed. So it worked. It wasn't just pulling it out of my ass. So like, yeah,
what's that word?
That thing's hackles.
Hackles.
Hackles, yeah.
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 Okay.
Right.
Well, you learn something new every day. I'm glad I learned what those hairs are called, because I might need to reference them,
Yes.
All right, let me go for mine now.
All right.
Harley Stone is a beat-down beat cop at the frayed ends of his sanity rope. He's given more slack by their chief to chase a murderer, but will he use it to lasso the villain or hang himself? He's also tied up with a new partner, name reveal later, and though he'd love to cut loose from him and that tandem, he must use this bookworm's knowledge to hog-tie the bad guy, and also boobs.
And also, so you're going for like the back of the You're going for the back of the VHS.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
I like that. I
Kinda,
like that a lot.
Yeah. Plus, I tried to throw in as many, subtle rope jokes as I could.
Yeah, Hogtie the bad guy's going in the write-up. That is a mwah. That's a chef's kiss right there.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So,
you want to know what's
up?
Actually, let's throw it to I have them in reverse, but we usually go best YouTube here.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
You like jazz?
Not really. But one thing I do like is reading the worst comments on YouTube. When will this nightmare end? Kind of mixed bag, so I brought two, because one was like the kind of like the unapologetically like I'm championing this movie, and the other one's like kind of like I've only seen this movie recently, but this is how I would have felt if I saw it at the same time this person saw it. So the first one, for me, this is a cool classic film, unique in his style, a jewel of those times, and with a reference to Poe's Telltale Heart, a scenography simply perfect alongside a lot of horror, action, thriller, and gore. In middle, a dark atmosphere. This really deserves at least a comic book sequel. Like, so it's like not like high praise, but they saw what they were trying to do. And then this, if I were, a teenager in 1992, this is what I would say. Yeah. I've just gone through a list of movies I saw in 1992. Yes, I wrote them all down and saw Split Second. I had no idea what it was, so here I am. And having seen the trailer, I still don't recall a single minute of it, which is weird for me. I hope I enjoyed it at the time. It looks like fun.
That does sound like your voice, dude.
That does sound like me, who probably watched something when they were way too high, then wrote it down, and then like years later forgot about it. Yeah. And then saw the trailer, like not realizing they saw the whole thing. So that tracks.
Yeah.
So I like that.
I get those. I get those. Yeah. Just today, I can't think of the melody, and that's a shame. But just today, I thought of a melody. I was just like about to sing something nonsensical. You just start singing about like whatever, and then you stumble upon something that you haven't thought of in forever, and then it gave me that whole vibe. That feeling that I had as a kid that I hadn't thought about until I was 12. And that only happens to me like once every couple of years where I have that experience. And I was like, it was so cool. I just really enjoyed it. It was nice.
Every once
Wish
in a
I
while,
could remember the melody.
Every 6 months or so, I'll like write a whole arrangement on guitar. And then I'm like, that's a Deftones song, like note for note. And you just forgot that it was a Deftones song. and then I get really mad and I go for a walk and like shadow box the air for a while.
Yeah.
Because I wasted so much time. Just like, thought I was a genius. Turns out I'm just like trite and hackneyed. It sucks.
Hackled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hackled.
Anyway, let's throw it to the worst production.
Sure.
We watched this movie and we were like,
when will this nightmare end?
This is the worst production.
Before you say it, 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm going to try something here. I'm going to write down what I think you're going to say, and then you're going to... All right, you can go ahead and say it.
Okay. Terrifyingly non-threatening.
Oh. I wrote...
No.
Alien ripoff.
Dude, okay.
The xenomorph thing at the end.
It's not... Yeah, so you're not far off, and you'll see why in a second. But
all right.
It's the fact that we have I thought they did a really good job of hiding the bad guy. Like, they did the Jaws thing that works well. You don't know what it is, and that keeps you intrigued. Yeah. It's just a movie law.
Just the fact that it comes and goes and you don't see it and then people's hearts are missing is like terrifying. And there's blood everywhere and it's too quick for you. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the first little while it is like kind of a threatening thing, but then the further you get into the movie, the less threatening it gets. For example, you get Stone, who is in the same room as the thing all the time, and it's not attacking him, which you attribute to some kind of connection, especially because his partner says so. After a little while, he's like, you guys are connected somehow or something. So then you're like, which it turns out not to be true because they do like fight eventually. Yeah. And you're wondering why the beast didn't just kill him to begin with. So it's inconsistent in that way. But for the like all the way through the middle, like the second phase of the movie,
Yeah.
you're not really afraid that he's going to get killed. So that takes
No, you just
one
wanna-
chess piece out.
You just want to follow that badass around, and you know he's going to be okay. Probably.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
99%.
That's the
certainty.
formula of the movie, but you want to be a little threatened. You know that
Yeah.
the hero is going to survive, but you want to be a little threatened. But you know what you really want is you want to think that the more tertiary characters are and I suppose I don't want to call his partner or his girlfriend tertiary,
Yeah.
but there really aren't many characters, so they matter less.
Yeah.
They are like co-stars though, and you want those people to be heavily threatened at the very least.
Yeah. The dynamics, like he's 50% of the screen time and they're like 25, but like you
Yeah.
want them to have that same weight as the 50%. Like,
And I would argue that
Yeah.
you want one of those 25% chunks to be eliminated. Like I actually kind of
Yeah.
wanted his partner to die, or I kind of wanted his girlfriend to
Yeah.
die, because I thought that it would make for not a realistic story, but an unexpected result.
it'd be more of a
which would
triumph
be more
over the
complete for me.
tragedy that makes it have more weight. Yeah.
Right. And you can twist it into the like, I'm going to get extra fucking revenge on this thing.
Yeah. Extra revenge is always better than like the regular amount.
Yeah, right. You've got a certain amount, but then like if you can squeeze a little bit more out of it,
Yeah.
you want to for sure.
Mhm.
But just to put a bow on it, his partner does get shot in the chest, flies out a window, and then is fine,
Yeah.
and suspiciously fine, because he like fell at least a story after being shot in the
Yeah.
chest, and then he's just like around. And then his girlfriend gets threatened multiple times, like she's in an apartment alone, and at this
Showering,
point,
like
like
psycho.
yeah, showering, and
Yeah.
nothing happens. And then it's just the nonchalance of the villain. He
Yeah.
just doesn't seem to care. And I
Yeah.
wrote, to your credit, it's also a Venomorph,
Yeah.
because it looks like Venom from Spider-Man and a Xenomorph from Aliens.
Yeah. It does.
So it is a Venomorph.
If it wasn't like so blatantly
that's-
copying some other creature effects, it'd look cool. But it doesn't.
But it was
So
too
it
like the
doesn't.
teeth like being almost see-through.
They even
and,
did like
really
the
sharp.
mouth next to his head
rippies.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Pretty
they,
lame.
they totally screwed the pooch on that. Still pretty cool.
they sure did.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to plot bounders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we have a lot to get through here.
Dude, I think they were a little
So
confused
good.
in the beginning, because the title like read, the like Star Wars read in the beginning,
Yeah.
it rained for 40 days straight, nearly entirely submerging the city.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what city of importance. Is it New York? Do they not want to say that?
It's in London,
40
I
days.
think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And like I think the 40 days, I mean, like, I'm grasping. I went to CCD classes and I got confirmation and all that. So like,
Yeah,
I know
right.
that's a biblical thing. That they're
well,
just
that's what I
grasping
said.
at.
Literally, it
Yeah.
says in my next like line, is this biblical? Because I was
Yeah.
already annoyed that it was going to go in like a religious
Yeah.
tangent, Anyway, we ignored the global warnings for far too long, so the city has to pay. That's the kind of
Yeah.
thing that we get here. But they're not submerged in water the way that they want you to. There's like a little
it's like up to their
the
ankles.
pavement's under like an inch.
Your
Yeah,
socks are gonna get a little wet. You can
it
still
sucks.
drive.
I mean, inconvenient, but yeah, everybody can drive everywhere.
Yeah.
Because luckily in London, all of the roads are level from the beginning of the city to the end of the city.
And they're not bullshit cobblestone in any spot whatsoever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So yeah, that obviously wouldn't fucking work. And anyway, Rutger Hauer is a leather sporting Punisher style policeman. And Rutger heads to a bondage strip club right up front The club
Yeah.
manager tells security to keep an eye on him. So we're getting the idea that he's kind of a badass. But you know what? We also get an idea that he's kind of a nut job because a really hot girl asks him to watch the door and warns him not to peek in there with a wink.
Yeah.
Immediately, he walks away to watch some tits. And that girl gets murdered by whatever he was waiting for. So he runs out into the street, following the blood trail this girl left, like her heart blood trail, and nobody can see the thing, which I thought they were going to develop more than they do, but it doesn't turn out to be invisible. It's just a really sneaky Venomorph.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mentioned that he's good, and I think that we should take a look at just how good he's set up to be, and that is our second clip of the day here. That is, well, actually, 3 if you count the abuser. He's good.
Real quick, though, before you play this, you immediately know what kind of guy he is when, a dog's, just ravenously barking at him, and he flashes his badge at the dog, and he's like, I'm a cop, asshole.
Yeah. You dick. I did like that.
Yeah. Here you go. He's good.
Then what?
He started raving like a lunatic, totally out of control. It took 4 officers to subdue him.
Where is he now?
Lock up. What happened to him?
A serial killer murdered his partner Foster 3 years ago. He was there when it happened.
Survivor's guilt.
Nah, just plain guilt. Had an affair with Foster's wife. Left her, hit the booze, went over the edge. Now he lives on anxiety, coffee and chocolate.
If you ask me, he's nuts.
That's what the doctors say. Here, read the file. He's worked in every hellhole in the world and been fired from all of them.
They say he's the best.
He is.
I followed him down an alleyway. He shot a trash can.
Sounds like Stone. Well, maybe he'll be a soothing influence.
Pardon me?
He's your new partner.
And just to drive my point home before you say anything, I'm putting a Crashmore clip after every clip you've given me. So here.
Oh, jeez, Crashmore. You're crazier than hell.
They deserved every fucking bullet I pumped in their heads, Chief. And I am so fucking pissed.
Go ahead.
That's sick. So yeah, we get the 2 people describing the hero or describing the bad guy. This is the best of the best or the worst of the worst, just so we know that he's invulnerable,
Yeah.
Anyway, Stone's the name. He's left out. Why did I read that? I think I was gonna go with it. Stone's the name and murdering. Oh, you know why? Because I realized I did that fucking last week. I did that little. What would you call that? What do you call that? It's not. It's obviously it's not like a nursery rhyme, but blends the name and the blip blip is his game. He's a carrot.
Oh, Rob Schneider.
I don't know what you call it.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's like a tagline.
Yeah, something like yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. Anyway, and then I abandoned that because I didn't want to do it 2 weeks in a row. But he's left out. He's let out of his holding cell and back into the police department, which I think is pretty weird. So he gets out of the cell and then just goes to work.
Yeah.
Which I guess in
fresh off suspension. He was on suspension, and then they lock him up for being off duty and doing that shit, and then they immediately give him his badge and gun back.
Yeah, right. He comes out of the cell and they give him the gun and the badge to go back out there because he's that good.
Yeah.
He's immediately called into the angry chief's office, and of course the angry chief trope is very strong here.
Oh, yeah.
But it is not what you think it's going to be. You don't know quite yet that he's about to get that badge and that gun back. You think he's about to get chewed out and fired and then maybe arrested again, for all we know. But instead, the chief informs him that he is reinstated and under a condition. Mm-hmm. So let's hear what that condition is with our clip called Durkin Dick.
This is the name reveal, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't be a smart ass. This isn't funny. I'm not laughing. Killer's back.
I thought you said this guy wouldn't be back.
Sir, all the evidence and research shows that a serial killer of this type doesn't come back.
Who is this?
Detective Dick Durkin.
You sure it's him?
He ripped her heart out.
Her heart? What for?
Maybe he eats him for breakfast.
This wasn't in the police reports or the newspaper.
And it's never gonna be. You got that? Jesus, if they get wind of this, they'll have a field day.
Honey, I'm home. Happy anniversary.
I'm sorry, Crashmore.
I can't stop crying.
Go ahead.
Fuck, I should have seen that coming. So Durkin Dick wants to know how he knew that his partner knew that the killer would be at the club.
Yeah.
Which is a great question. Durkin Dick and Stone are talking as they another officer points out a delivery that Stone gets to the police office. It's a giant plastic canister. It looks like a Unabomber kind of package. So everybody proceeds with caution, and one of the officers says that it's alcohol because Stone is clearly on something, and that Stone's trying to get the alcohol in to feed his habit, just trying to really, level him, get him fired, whatever. And there's definitely bad blood between them. And this character shows up a couple times in the movie. I didn't highlight him too much, except for that.
Yeah.
For me, he was the guy from The Usual Suspects. You ever seen that?
Yeah, not as an adult. I don't know what that says about me. I haven't
dude,
seen that
if
since
I
I
was
was like a kiddo.
18, yeah. When I was 18, 19, I think I thought that was the best movie ever made. So
yeah.
I would still probably do a good movie episode on it, but it's nowhere near as good as I thought it was.
Yeah.
It just it was a cool concept. Anyway, he was the villain's right-hand man.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, I think he's also in Jumanji. But maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
And The Mummy. Sorry, they're just coming to me now. Anyway, no, it's a missing heart. The missing heart from the girl in the club in that case. It's not beers. And the bad element villain person beast thing took a giant bite out of it and then delivered it to the police station. So they send it in to get the bite marks viewed. Bite marks, by the way, that absolutely do not match the teeth that we see at the end. Just pointing that out.
Or the plaster cast that we see shortly.
Yeah, exactly. They do not match whatsoever. For the second time, no one saw this villain.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking at this point, maybe it's an invisible thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Again, they don't make it clear because Stone is you can see him. At certain points, he's I'm the only one that can see him. And then he's the dog could see him. Isn't that right, Dick? To the dog.
You know what's crazy, though? Having seen the whole movie and knowing what it looks like, unless that thing was leveling up to its final form that means that giant thing was tiptoeing around the station and discarding the little thing.
The second that thing stepped onto the police station, it would have been shot because they would have thought it was a black guy. So yeah.
An unarmed one, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So not realistic by any means.
Yeah.
Chief locks the building down. He orders forensics on the heart. Stone and Durkin Dick head to another homicide call. Was it the villain? Was it the beastie? Stone knows stuff about that scene as well. This time it's a man with his heart ripped out. There's a Scorpio symbol drawn on the ceiling in blood. Stone's partner's gun is at the scene. His partner, not the new one, but the one that he lost.
His deceased one, yeah. The one that was killed by the very killer that's been eluding him.
Yeah, exactly.
For the last 3 years. Yeah.
Good detail filling, because that is important. So the gun is there. So the villain bad guy is I know who you are. I'm leaving you signs,
Yeah. You're next.
We've
This is a
got
sign
a
of what's to
connection.
come. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think. So somehow Stone knows that the killer is like in the alley somewhere, so he runs in there wildly and starts shooting into the air like a fucking idiot because there's cops everywhere. So the other cops freak out and they all point guns at him, and then they just like bring him back to the station, and he's allowed to go like back on duty. Even though he's obviously having psychological meltdowns left and right.
And they're in a metropolitan area, and like just like because of some YouTube drama I followed a while back. I don't know if you ever heard of Boogie, but like that dude like discharged a firearm into the air because someone was harassing him. And like if you're within like a mile of a school, dude, you get in fucking trouble, man. Because like it's a public endangerment thing that you don't know where that bullet's gonna fucking land or what it's gonna.
No, you don't
go through. Like so, like he does it a lot, like in every scene.
Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah,
he's definitely like he's definitely killing something. It's either a rat or a human, like in every scene, because he's
you just
shooting
see someone
into
like
walls.
just fall from their fire escape, like in the background
down
of him
down the center of a spiral staircase. And Durkin Dick is like, that's the third one. Damn, he's good.
Damn, he's good.
Yeah. They walk to so like Durkin Dick is asking him about shit. He wants to know like how he knew about the killer, and because Durkin Dick's still like in a cloud, you know, he doesn't know much about the case, and Harley Stone is not telling him much about it. So they walk to the shooting range where Stone straightens out his rookie partner. He like puts him up against the wall, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, you little bitch, just back the fuck off or I'll like shoot you too. Like obviously I have no problem like threatening you, and you should feel threatened because I'm insane. And then Durkin Dick is like, hey, listen, I went to Oxford and I learned shit about this stuff. And then I was tested in the field like for a year, and like it doesn't sound that convincing, but he's like standing up for himself. Yeah. Right. So this is where I think Stone gets his first little smidge of respect for Durkin.
Yeah.
Because he's actually like putting up a little fight there. You know, maybe
it's the buddy cop dynamic, like laying out its seeds and starting to germinate and blossom a little bit.
Yeah. So. After Durkin defends himself, we're going to throw this straight to a clip.
Okay.
Let's see what you guys think of this one. This is a beast.
I spent a year with the Behavioral Science Division studying serial killers, and another year with Interpol. I'm not some idiot straight out of police school. Did you know Charles Manson was a Scorpio? Before yesterday, I thought we were dealing with a psychotic. Then after you told me about the hearts, I was convinced he was a psychopath. Having seen what he did, I'd have to say he's both. A psychotic with a psychopathic personality.
There are no similarities between the victims.
There has to be.
This beast doesn't care what it kills.
Why do you call him a beast?
What would you call something with teeth like this?
Nothing like the reveal later.
Absolutely not. Oh my god. I just had a fucking sick thought.
What's that?
So like they go into the demon's lair and they find like all the bodies of the victims that they like, you know, knew from before. And then they like kill the beast, you know, and everything, and then they do a dental record comparison to the hearts, and they're like, "It's not a match. We got the wrong guy." So
it's just like in the lineup.
There's just some dude in the lineup with those teeth. That'd be fucking sick.
A dead ringer for it. Yeah, it's just like some random like chud.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm homeless.
It's just some British guy.
Really hungry.
It's just some British guy.
The demon thing just dropped the heart on its way out the window when it like leapt out at the scene of the crime. So I haven't eaten in many days, and I knew the rats were going to eat it if I didn't. So.
And I'm from Manchester, so all of our teeth are just like this.
Oh, reference to Manchester coming up.
All right.
So Stone takes Dick's keys, which was a Dick move, not gonna lie, and just drops them
Yep.
into the water so
Yep.
that he cannot follow him. Which it's weird because he's going to London's necropolis, where he's going to like pray over his dead partner's body.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want his partner to be along, so he just like drops his keys into the water to be a total
Yeah.
dickbag because he is at this point in
Yeah.
the movie.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a woman though at the necropolis,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what her role is quite yet. Is he
Yeah.
romantically involved? Is it Foster, his ex
Yeah.
partner's ex? Is it his
Yeah.
best friend? But they clearly know each other, and they go back to his place, which sounds romantic. So we're not quite sure.
Yeah.
A dank, dirty, all around disgusting apartment.
Yeah.
There's literally pigeons in
Yeah.
it, which I loved.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun.
His
really
weird
fun
little
detail.
chocolates are fucking everywhere. What is he eating? I didn't
Stuck
look it
to
up.
the fridge.
Yeah, they're like little. I thought they were little donut holes at first because it looked like a donut bag.
Yeah, but
they're
flat.
They're
on
like
the
little
bottom.
heart-shaped chocolates. I don't know what they are though.
Yeah, they look maybe chocolate covered strawberries. They look sort of
Yeah.
like, or chocolate covered cherries even better because they're like bigger than a cherry and flat
Yeah.
on the bottom. I think some of those are flat on the bottom because of the box they go into, but it's all speculation. What are you looking up an answer? Are you just trying to find like a chocolate with a flat bottom?
Chocolate.
It could be like a coconut kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, like a Russell
all we know.
Stover's. I'll
Yeah.
scroll in the background. I don't want.
But how do you get so many of like oops all coconut? You know?
Yeah.
version?
Yeah.
Anyway, he wakes and she's sleeping, so he leaves her because they didn't bang, which I thought was weird. Which like further fosters, pun intended, the could be a bestie kind of.
Yeah, he falls
Foster's
asleep
ex.
smoking a cigarette, and then she like very gingerly like puts his jacket over him to keep him warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? When he wakes up, though, she's not the only one sleeping. His dick is sleeping too.
Yeah, that's
Dick Durkin, that is, out in the car. Out in the alley.
Yeah.
His partner is asleep in the car, and they decide that they're going to go get our next clip, and this is breakfast.
You want breakfast?
No. Fine. I'll drive. Hop in.
You got to admit though, there's no way you can come back from that. Like
No,
no matter
it's
how
over.
humiliated you are, it's like you're like, oh, you got me with the fucking shoelace thing, dude. Like,
Yeah, he did.
you could
but
try.
not
You
only
could
that,
try.
he like. So if you are a Spotify audio only listener or like a Apple podcast listener, who doesn't see our video on YouTube or Spotify, you should go see it. And Rob, how could they do that? Because
Yeah, you can go to www.theworstmovieevermade.com and then you click the respective insignia for whatever platform you'd like to use.
yeah, sick. And you should do that because the way he falls down is convincingly embarrassing. I thought that the guy playing Durkin Dick was relatively effective. Didn't think he was the best actor I've ever seen. But his
like
physical comedy bits and stuff worked pretty well.
It was like a Niles Crane level of physical comedy.
Yeah, except for
like
that.
It's over the top and
what's
like
his name?
melodramatic, but like if you do it right, you could sell it in the right context.
I forget. I really am upset with myself for forgetting the actor's name that portrays
David Hyde
Niles
Pierce?
Crane.
David Hyde
David
Pierce.
Hyde Pierce. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The Perfect Host, I think, was the movie that he had.
Oh, that's when he's got like the
after
weird
his
like
popularity.
prosthetic like gore in his house, and like the guy is like trying to rob him or whatever.
Never seen it. Just remembered that he got it, and I was so happy for him because I love him as Niles. Yeah,
It's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, but like only David Hyde Pierce is like a better actor than the guy playing Durkin Dick is where I'm going.
Yeah, no,
but yeah,
no
same
shit,
kind of
dude.
physical element.
Yeah, David Hyde Pierce is way better than Neil Duncan.
Neil Duncan?
Yeah.
So they changed his last name from Duncan to Durkin?
Yes. Yes, they did.
Boy, that's fucking lazy. That's almost as lazy as their villain in this movie. But I digress. Let's see. Where did I leave off here? The killer is outside. I think I have. The killer is outside. Stone house. Okay, yeah. Because Michelle is in there sleeping. But they're driving away. This isn't good. Awkward moment ensues, and it's the opener. Rob, should we play it again, or should we just let them refer back to the beginning?
Yeah, let's just refer here. How would they refer back to the beginning, and then I will play. I'll play.
No, I shouldn't have given you this prompt.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I like that gun. You knew I'd like that gun. Yes, the cheek. That's one of the nicest guns I've seen in a long time. I can't wait to shoot that fucker.
Go ahead. It's literally him. Like, Harley Stone is Detective Crashmore. It makes me so happy.
You're not wrong. So, yeah, the awkward moment that does ensue is the one that you saw at the beginning of the episode where Durkin Dick is like, hey, listen, I can make you feel so much better if I just rub you down. And Stone is quickly like, I'm not gay and fuck you. We're cops, not homosexuals, which apparently those are mutually exclusive. Though.
This is split seconds version of like the fighting over the radio trope in the buddy cop art.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
It's like, let me give you a sensual massage through your leathers and see how that goes over.
You know what else is subtly uncomfortable about it? Is that the person who is in what I perceive to be the driver's seat is the one not paying any attention to the road and offering massages and stuff. And I can see that there's no steering wheel there, but my orientation makes me feel extremely uncomfortable the entire scene. So check that out if you have the time, because go back to the beginning. We get the sense that the woman in his apartment is in big trouble. She's getting uncomfortable in the area that she's in, and Dick thinks that Stone has supernatural abilities. They discuss it over a strip club English breakfast all the while she's being obviously threatened in a psycho bathtub scene kind of way. Though she doesn't know it, she smells or hears or something. She has some idea. She decides then, logically, to take a shower. And the killer that's in the apartment is not in the apartment. I don't know. It's a very weird scene. Michelle is fine, as it turns out. That's what's weird about it. You'd think that she just got introduced, she's about to get killed. But the Beastman thing that she was in her room attacks another woman in the building. So Stone runs down to the apartment and he has a shootout with this thing, and that's when Durkin Dick breaches the door too quick and pulls the rookie move and gets shot right in the chest by what I assume is the best evidence for the fact that they hadn't even decided what the villain was going to look like yet.
Do you think that was like a last minute?
In the chest with a shotgun.
Do you think that was like a Hail Mary attempt? Like they are like, we only have 5 minutes of film left and we have to finish this thing. And let's go into props and find out what we have.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Because in this scene, Durkin Dick gets shot right in the chest with a shotgun.
Yep.
Because they had lost a shotgun. Or the person who owned the apartment, I don't remember the circumstance, but we know that the villain has a shotgun, and it uses it on Mr. Dick. So imagine the fingers you see later pulling the trigger. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
it just does not seem like a shotgun wielding animal.
My only contention here is at the end of the movie, the water's bubbling, suggesting a sequel. It never materialized because this movie didn't
No, you're
make enough
right.
money. But maybe this thing
You're right.
is like humanoid at some point, and then it reaches a final form, which would explain it. But they never got a chance to do that.
Right.
I just really want this movie to. The more and more we talk about it, the more I realize how much it sucks. But it's so fun.
It's not. It's super fun.
Yeah,
but it's not good.
It's not good at all.
No, it's not. The villain thing that shoots Durkin Dick and shoots him like out of the apartment and through a second story window or whatever.
Yeah.
Then runs out of the apartment, not facing Stone, not because he's afraid of Stone, but because they have some kind of connection that keeps him from killing him or something.
Yeah.
That later doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But who he does decide to attack is Michelle. He does this like vampire bite kind of deal and bites her in the shoulder so that he can get some of her DNA without killing her because he's in a hurry, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
So back at the station, the chief calls Stone back into his office to chew him out again. And he's angry. He's ready. He's rearing. But Durkin Dick comes in, and this whole scene goes, again, a little bit differently than the chief saw it going. This is our next clip. This one's called Bullshit.
The word is you missed.
Do you know we can miss?
You're saying you hit him?
I didn't miss. That's what I'm saying.
Then why the fuck isn't he dead?
I unloaded a full clip 450 Magnum, point blank. He disappeared. Vanished in front of me.
You're telling me this guy's superhuman? Is that it?
I don't know what he is. Sure as hell ain't like you or me.
What is it? Genetic fingerprints have come back from the lab. I think you should see this.
What the hell is this?
Multiple restriction polymorphic DNA sequences.
Bullshit.
It has the DNA structure of all its victims.
Says here it's got rat DNA.
Yeah. It's got your DNA too.
Where the hell do you think you're going? Durkin, stick with him.
Yes, sir.
And Durkin,
Sir?
what's your ass?
Yeah.
Best part of that clip is that the chief like basically implies that he knows exactly what Durkin Dick is talking about. But he's like, he's got transcendental polymorphic formula DNA from the future. And he's like, bullshit, he does. We know he doesn't have that thing that I know he doesn't have.
I can't even pronounce.
Because I know what it is.
Yeah.
That was
like this is a common thing. Like it's framed like you just said. Like I didn't even notice until you just mentioned it. It's framed like as something as routine as dusting for fingerprints. Like we got a partial. Like no, exactly. You didn't.
Yeah, right. It does seem that way. Like when the chief is like bullshit. It's like, who the fuck are you to say it's bullshit? You have no fucking clue, do you?
Yeah.
Were you like a demon from like literal Satan DNA like expert back in college?
I didn't know half those words existed until I watched this scene, and he's just like, no, bullshit.
Yeah, fucking bullshit, man. It's definitely not that sequence of words.
No way.
I'm sure. Yeah. So it has the DNA of all of its victims in it, rat DNA included, which I thought was going to matter. I thought honestly, at this point, like I thought it was going to be like an invisible rat king that like was like a kind of a like a splinter, like a giant rat dude, because they keep referencing rats and
they
the underground and
This goes back to the third act point we keep circling back to, where it's like I don't think they knew what their monster was going to be until way later.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. I feel like they were thinking, let's do a rat thing.
Yeah.
Good old Dick says it didn't get the last victim's heart, which makes Stone think that it's a good idea to head to the back to Necropolis or whatever, to the mortuary, the morgue section, so that they can see if he's going there to get the heart. Because serial killers, especially the Lord of the Underworld type, go back for the heart. It's in the MO of Satan himself to go back to the morgue to get so they know he's going. Upon entering the morgue, it's clear that the monster is there somewhere. The creature bursts through the ceiling and blows through a wall, and that's when Dick Durkin himself really just loses his mind. We've got back-to-back clips here because I just really enjoy these 2 minutes. And I want you to really enjoy these 2 minutes with us.
Yeah. I have 3 minutes total because the first one I think was 2 minutes, wasn't it?
Oh my fucking Christ. I am so
I'm
sorry.
playing it. I'm playing it either way.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do this.
We'll pause and I'll have I'll have something in between. Don't worry.
We gotta get bigger guns.
Yeah, a little crash more.
Relax. Okay. Come on.
This is the buddy cop dynamic ramping up to like 11.
Yes.
We need bigger guns. Big fucking guns! Sorry. Big guns, right? That's where we're going to get big guns. Stop! We need a big fucking gun! Another one.
Did you see its eyes?
What I saw was this.
Drink.
Huge fucking thing.
How you feeling? You okay?
Yeah.
How?
I feel
on edge?
Yeah.
Good. Have one of these.
Just feeding him chocolate and caffeine.
Dick.
Yeah.
You really get laid every night?
Yeah. Now what?
Now, we're gonna get bigger guns.
Hallelujah.
A3, high-powered, semi-automatic.
Something bigger.
What? Does the chief know you're down here?
We need big guns. Big fucking guns.
What the hell's he on?
Charles. One grenade launcher.
Right.
Cattle high capacity 9mm helical mag.
Right.
SA-80. That's too fucking small. Wow.
It's me during finals week when I was in college, just like completely gacked out on caffeine.
Yeah. I do it on I do it for work shifts that are gonna be crazy. I do like a 3 coffee in the morning and then like a coffee midday. Like I get a good like 500-600 milligrams going.
Ooh.
Sometimes you got to,
All right. And quick little palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Nice.
He said he'd kill us both.
He might kill you, but there's no fucking way he's ever killing me. Fucking asshole. He said that?
Okay, and then we got Bigger Guns Part 2 coming up right now.
No, that's an assault shotgun. Fully automatic.
Yeah.
Listen,
assault shotgun.
650 rounds a minute.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you need two for? Hey, what the fuck is this thing you're after? A Sherman tank? No. What? No. That's a Megatron flash grenade. You could clear a jungle with one of these things.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Bingo. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I wonder if one of you guys would sign the
Thing is like the sum total of every serial killer I've studied. A single organism made up of multiple DNA structures. As if someone took every serial killer and rolled it into one incredible being.
What the hell are you doing with those things? Who authorized this?
Shit. Why didn't I think of that before? What? 2578. 25th year, 78 cycle. The Chinese calendar, 2008 now. This year.
What are you on about?
Such bullshit. the spiel.
It's a junk science
right
you
there.
hate, and I love
Oh,
that
I
it's like
fucking
kind of funny
hate
here
it
though.
so much.
Like,
I will say, junk science aside, when they do that, it's a very tropey, very standard derivative setup where they go to get their guns.
oh, they're suiting up, yeah, and like yeah.
And then there's always somebody who's like, "What do you need this shit for? This is an unrealistic like armada that you need on
Yeah.
your side." And
Yeah.
it's a good format for foreshadowing, which they do well because they need the dual shotguns that are automatic and
Yeah.
like do 140 shots per minute shotgun
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
But then also the grenade that can clear a jungle is the one they actually, I assume, use in the train
Yeah.
later. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Whether or not that does anything, we're not sure yet.
The best part
So-
though is Durkin. He's like getting manic. He's over caffeinated.
Yeah,
He's puffing
yeah,
the
yeah.
Stogies,
You're right.
he's
We
eating
should
the
address
sugar.
this. Yeah.
And like you see Stone like off to the side, like smirking slightly because he's like,
Yeah.
I've trained my protege here. Like, he's
Validated.
arriving. Yeah, he's arriving.
My paranoia, my manic state is validated now because he's like,
Yeah.
"Are you feeling the way that I'm feeling?" Because you've been,
Yeah.
in touch. Like he hasn't been scratched by the beast yet or anything, but like you've seen it. You know what it is now.
Yeah.
So like the fact that you can't sleep and the fact that you need nothing but sugar and cigarettes and fucking caffeine.
Wait, what was the tagline? It was anxiety, coffee, and chocolate.
Yeah, it is literally any like line cook's diet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That only it also includes cocaine.
I've been out of the hospitality business for going on 6 years now, and I'm still recovering from it physically. Like just
I stayed in
eating
the
like
kitchen, bro.
just standing over the garbage can, like eating like 2,000 calories in 15 minutes because it's your only chance to eat, and you're like, fuck, and then you gotta serve all the tickets that come in, and you're like busting out. Yeah,
that is still my life, and I am in the top 2%, top 1% of the busiest corporate store out of 3,000. So I'm in the top 2%, and I'm managing it, and
killing it though.
I also have to do the physical labor, which makes me want to. Actually, you know what? It's a great job. And I'm really enjoying it.
One second. So I have a clip for your mental state. Ready? This last one. It's the last Crashmore. Here we go.
I don't like the looks of this Crashmore.
I don't care if I die at all. Everything has sucked lately.
Yeah, you know what? We got the big turnaround though. Like
yeah.
Every job I've ever had, I've hit it except for this one. We'll say.
Yeah.
They head to his apartment. Plan. Coffee.
Yeah.
Tons of coffee. Milk.
Yeah.
Milk's in the fridge. Fridge contains a human heart. Wait, what the fuck? Michelle is her name, touched that human heart. We know that because the entire house is flooding. We think there's an alien in the house, so we followed this like little goose chase into the bathroom.
Yeah.
There's Michelle scrubbing her hands like a maniac because she accidentally somehow opened the refrigerator, was watching TV, I guess, and then reached for the turkey leg she thought was on the top shelf about center. So she did the like reach in without looking.
Yeah.
Kind of guesswork. Because she knew where the turkey leg was going to be, his one turkey leg. Because like we saw his fridge earlier and there's nothing in there. And she grabs it and pulls it out. And it's a human heart.
Yeah.
And so she freaks out and then politely places it dead center of the plate again and then places it back into Stone's fridge.
Are you saying that 1992's split second has continuity errors, Chris? Well, I'd never.
And then runs down the hall to flood his bathtub. By
and then
plugging
use
it
an
and then just rubbing
uncomfortable
herself.
amount of Dawn dish soap on her hands.
Yeah, right.
Gross.
Like a good 60 ducklings worth for sure.
Yeah, 60 ducklings worth of dawn.
So she's flooding the bathroom. We think it could be the Venomorph, but it's not. It's her scrub-a-dubbin. Stone consoles her. Probably, I don't remember, but probably inappropriately makes out with her because he does that a lot. As we will see.
At the worst possible.
And then, and then he sends Dick to the car.
Yeah.
Because what is a better time to try to hook up than when a woman is most vulnerable, when she has just touched a human heart and is scrubbing her hands dry in a bathtub somehow.
Yeah.
Dick sees something very suspicious and tells Stone he's going to investigate. They lose contact though as Dick goes up the road. Stone goes after him, leaving Michelle behind in this extremely vulnerable state.
Heightened
in an
anxiety
extremely vulnerable location, probably the place that the beast is headed to first in every scenario but one, if you asked AI. And he is chasing down Durkin Dick. He does find Durkin Dick tied up in a Jeep down the road, and he's got scratches on him. We don't know what they are yet, but he's obviously bleeding through his shirt. They somehow don't look into the severity of the wounds, which I think I would have done.
The entire like Zodiac shield that was carved into his chest, Chris.
Yeah. The underworld emblem that was literally carved into
Scorpio or Sagittarius or whatever the fuck. The very intricate, at least half-inch deep wound that's covering from the bottom of his torso to the top of his chest. That one.
Yeah, the thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm bleeding," and then that's the end of the suspicion about.
And then just give him a fresh shirt and act like nothing happened.
Yeah. Well, luckily Stone looked away, and Dick doesn't like his chest hair, so he didn't look down.
Yeah.
And
No, he's not
anyway.
It's not like
that. Right. Yeah, right. They then both hear Michelle scream Harley, which is our first reveal that Stone's last name or first name is Harley. They get into the apartment and Michelle isn't there. Oh no. They seem not too much fussed about this particular detail.
Yeah. It's only the primary love interest. Primary and only love interest.
It's only one of 3 good characters in a movie that has 4 characters. And then we find out that a demon scratched in its location into Dick.
Yeah.
And if he's there, then Michelle must be there, says Harley.
Yeah.
They go to see the rat catcher, somebody who has like some kind of importance. I'm not sure why. I think because he's an actor who used to act in things and was famous.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know him, but like they introduced him in the beginning as the rat catcher. So I assume
Michael J. Pollard. Yeah.
He's probably in, like Sound of
American
Music
character actor. Yeah, he's a black and white dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy.
So they go to see the rat catcher to guide them down to where, he's like, "Hey, look at my friend's chest. Where do we go?" And the rat catcher's like, "I don't want to bring you there." And they're like, "Well, you're going to." And he's like, "No." And then he's like, "Well, you're going to." And then he does.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "This is as far as I go, because now you're going to die." And he leaves them down in the sewers where all the rats and shit are. And maybe a demon or two. And that's where we get this nice clip. Ooh, I hope I didn't skip anything with what I just said, but this is time.
And then I just want to add, because we didn't clip this, because we have enough great clips already, but when they are decoding the map, it's literally Rutger Hauer standing over Neil Duncan, holding like a gas station map and like a mirror to his giant chest wound, and they're like tracing it.
That's true. That's true. Which is kind of awesome. It's a cool idea.
Like, he's like laying on the ground, just like, "Oh, well, let's see right here."
Yeah. Yeah, it's like another unrealistic expectation. Like Durkin would be in the hospital.
Oh, he would have bled out. All right, here we
go. The second floor, because the first floor is flooded up to the ankle.
Oh,
Anyway,
exactly.
go ahead.
Got any cash?
No, just credit cards.
Give me your watch. Give me your watch.
No, just credit card.
Serious enough for you?
Well, the exits and entrance are all blocked off. We sent a couple of guys down there a few years ago.
What happened to them?
They didn't come back, I guess, you know.
Can you get us in?
You don't want to go there.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
Boy, are you pushy.
Give me the watch.
You're not going to need time where you're going.
You're not going to need time where you're going.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's pretty fucking lame line there. I didn't like that at all. How'd you feel about that?
It's like the boomer dad, like repeating the last thing that their rebellious kid said as a threat. It's like, I'm going to break curfew. It's like, I'll give you a curfew. You know, like that kind of,
yeah, right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like yeah, exactly.
I'll give you a curfew. Yeah.
It's like
you
the
have no idea what it means. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like
it's just like that.
I refuse to eat salami, Dad. Well, I'll give you some salami.
It's like it's like the knee jerk urge to
eat
always
it.
have the last word, even though it makes no sense and it undermines your authority 100%.
and people who use that like idiom, which might have been the word that I was looking for earlier, are the kind that aren't quick-witted enough to think of another way to like say what they're thinking in the time that it takes. So they just reflexively, I think you said, use that kind of terminology.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. The duo head deep into the underground, which it is like actually, like kind of a scary place. Like I'm thinking this movie's good again. I'm in there with them. It seems like they're in like a New York subway, like kind of terminal. Go ahead.
There's one glaring issue though.
Okay.
If the city's flooded to the point where the water is like up to their knees when they're in the street, then wouldn't
you're right.
the underground be completely flooded? I'm just now realizing this. I was so enthralled with this movie that I completely didn't realize.
That's such a good fucking point.
Because that means the sub pumps aren't working. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. The globe is fine. There is no warping.
The trains are
London
still working.
Just sucks.
Yeah. Fuck London. Sorry.
Jesus Christ. I didn't even think about that. Well, they head deep into the underwater, apparently, where there is plenty of air.
It's
And
like
they
SpongeBob
find
when
it.
they have beaches because they're underwater, but they also have a beach in SpongeBob.
They're in
it's like
they're
that.
in a sandy bubble.
Yeah.
They discover a wall that is marked the same way because the villain likes to leave tracks, even though he's trying to get away with something. A plot yet undetermined, a motivation yet unrevealed. We shall move forward anyway with the next clip, and this one's called Satan.
And this is the last one too, I think, right?
It sure is.
All right,
unless you got more Crashmore.
No, I'm done with that. I already got too many fucking edits. This one's short and sweet, and it's called Satan.
Well, Satan is a deep shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear the severity, the tone of that music. You know why? Because this is the final showdown.
Final showdown. Yep.
We get now to see the Venomorph in all of his glory. It's it is a xenomorph with like a little extra Ninja Turtle to it, and it looks a lot like Venom, and it's got the long tendril fingers, and they turn into claws when he needs them. He has dangled Michelle, the love interest, in a circle of light that you would think that she could not leave, but
Yeah.
it turns out as long as they do it in just the right fashion, then Durkin Dick can get her out, but not Stone because he doesn't know how to like be precise about it, and it's pretty
Yeah.
lame. And then she runs on the top of an underground train that should, by the way, be completely submerged in water,
Submerged
but
in
isn't.
water.
Yeah. And the demon like sticks his hand through the top of the train and then chases her down with his long claws that come through the top of the train, and I don't know, it's all too much.
Yeah.
And then Stone like goes into the train and he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up now," and then he like shoots him a bunch and shit, and it doesn't really do anything. So they use the grenade that was mentioned earlier by the guy who was like, "What are you chasing down? A fucking German howitzer or whatever, whatever." He said. And then he Stone throws that grenade that I'm referencing into the train. The thing, like the whole train blows up. Luckily, that's enough suppression to keep them safe just outside. And then, as an added measure, Stone says, "Hey, it's conductive to electricity? The water that is only 2 inches deep here in the train station that should be completely submerging the entire train station." And what he's not thinking about is that if we flick the switch on this live wire that I'm holding in my hand, given the right time, then we can electrocute him to death too, because we've already blown him up. But let's just in case he's impervious
Deliver
to
the death
explosions
blow.
as well.
Yeah,
let's go with some electricity as well, just for a sure thing. We've shot him up, we've blown him up. Let's electrocute him now. So that's the plan.
Yeah.
Stone says to Durkin Dick, "Hey man, flip the switch when I tell you to. Unflip the switch when I tell you to." And then he like hooks up the Venomorph with the electricity somehow without the Venomorph fighting back, which was also lame. And then he's like, "Flip the switch," and then he does. He gets electrocuted. Michelle gets her feet out of the water for just enough time. Stone is dangling from something. He's like, "Turn it off." And Durkin is like, "What?" He's like, "I said turn it off." And then he's like, "What? Turn it off?" And then they eventually turn it off. The Venomorph, we think at this point, has been defeated.
Yeah.
Correct? So they leave.
Yeah.
However, we get a bubbly demise as little soda action happens in the water.
You left out
and
one
makes you think.
detail. Is that when Durkin throws the switch, Harley and Michelle make out intensely.
Oh my god, I should have obviously included that. Yeah, I mean, I referenced it before. In the most uncomfortable times in this movie, where the most like action happens, it is the least romantic moment of the movie. That is when they always decide to like flap each other's gums and dangle each other's under meat, as the saying goes.
That killed me, dude. The first time I saw this like a month ago, it's just like sparks, havoc.
No, yeah, I think it was like as the bomb, the like grenade shit like blows up and they are blown by the impact, they just start making out before they even hit the ground. It's like a totally fucking insane time to make out, and it was really funny. And I wish that I picked that out when you asked me what was so wrong with this movie. That was the singular moment where that was most
the chef's
ridiculous.
kiss
So
on the
good call.
ridiculousness of a split second.
It really was. But anyway, that is what we have for the movie. From there, they go to John Travolta's private plane, and the three of them just start playing chess before they board. And they all talk about how much they love Perry. And that's the end of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's a mixed bag, man. Like, I liked a lot about this movie, but I also thought it was trash. So
it's pure schlock. But like my favorite part about it is just no matter what room he's walking into, what vehicle he's entering, he just like throws his gun, throws his full cup of coffee, throws his half-smoked cigar, grabs a new cigar, grabs a new cup of coffee, grabs a new gun. It's just like, what the fuck is this guy?
You know who is an exaggeration of this character, but like it's not very exaggerated. I think his name is Mick from Sin City. It's Mickey Rourke's. Oh no, so it can't be Mickey Rourke's character in Sin City. Whatever the character's name is, it's definitely not Mick if his name is Mickey Rourke, obviously. But
yeah.
God, what was this? It's something like simple like that, like Steve.
Mickey Rourke was Marv.
Marv, yeah. Marv is the same kind of guy, like reckless and impervious, but like exaggerated. And I kept thinking that throughout the experience. Anyway,
just a complete slave to his impulses. Yeah.
I loved it.
All right.
I hated it. I don't know what to tell you. It's not the worst movie ever made, for sure.
No.
But it's not good enough to be in a good movie episode, for sure. So let's throw it to go ahead.
It's a great control, like for like movies like TC 2000 that like had all the same like technical aspects to it, but didn't have the charm. Because it shows you how far like Rutger Hauer carries this thing with his charisma. Like it's not good, but I've lesser movies that are in this exact same genre, I will like write off because they suck. But like something about this one, it just drips with charm, and like Billy Blanks wish he had that charm. Instead, he had a stupid fucking haircut.
You know what? Rutger Hauer makes me feel like Dennis Hopper wishes he was Rutger Hauer. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like they're the same actor, only Rutger Hauer is a little better at it.
Yeah.
But Dennis Hopper is more popular because he looks better or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Offensive minigun.
All right, let's go. That's bumper. That's offensive. Well, how do you feel about offensive mini games?
Oh, no, just get me psychotic. How about a suicide pact?
Oh, right.
Beheading. Oh, okay, so this is between Blood Rain.
Okay.
And Split Second. Beheading bestie after biting. Or Rutger doesn't dig Durkin Dick.
I'm gonna go the beheading.
Okay.
I think Rutgers is having a healthy boundary, you know? Whereas like they're breaking Dampier protocol.
Absolutely they are. I mean this girl like gave you everything. A pendant, friendship.
Yeah.
Probably a fruit or two. Fantasies.
A couple fruits.
And you bite her. Yeah. Who knows what else? You know?
Yep.
Michelle's mid Manchester. Or Nemesis 2 nonchalant.
That's tough. I almost want to say Split Second on this one. Because there really was no like clear antagonist, and like you need one in this kind of movie. Whereas like someone phoning in an accent, like it sucks, but I mean, look at it, you know?
Listen, I literally can't argue with your line of reasoning, because if I did, it would split us and cause a stalemate in the game. So I have to agree with you on every mini game going forward. So Nemesis 2 nonchalant. Couldn't agree more. The Venomorph or Succubus stupid ass surrender in Blood Rain.
Succubus stupid ass surrender.
Yeah, brother, that fucking pissed me the fuck off like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I can forgive. I can forgive Split Second because they had $7 million to make this, and they had $25 million to make Blood Rain.
Yeah,
you know
that is quite a bit more. That's almost 4 times as much.
Yeah, it's like 3.5.
All right, cool. So we know.
So Blood Rain is worse. Yeah,
Blood Rain. So let's run the bad credit names.
Yeah, so we got split names. Here we go.
Ken Bones, Charlotte Hicks, Roger Dodge Edwards, Rutger Hauer, and Tasty Tim. Tasty Tim. Goodbye.
We've had Bones before, haven't we? Like the same Bones guy.
Don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing Ken Bones was on the show before because it felt a little like I've been there before. You know.
Yeah.
All
He's
right,
got
we've
a
got
list.
a
I'll
movie
research it later.
comparison.
Okay.
You can just start backing up, honey, because I believe you're about to hate it.
And we're about to compare the movies.
You like jazz?
Blood
All
Rain
right.
or Split Second. What is worse? Terrifyingly non-threatening, or Accents and Apathy?
I'm gonna how to get the split second here. Terrifyingly non-threatening.
Oh, boy, yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
All right, we're
You
calling
think
it a wash
otherwise?
because that.
All right.
Yeah,
You disagree?
because
All
Michael
right.
Madsen just being on cocaine the entire filming,
Oh
and
yeah.
probably not even remembering his lines, and the director just being
Yeah.
like, "Well, I'm
That's
too
fine.
efficient. That counts."
Yeah.
You know.
Freaking turns. Yeah.
All right, let's
That's
watch
fair.
that one for now, and then I'll see whether I agree with you later. Acting, what was worse? I'm gonna actually say Blood Rain's acting was worse.
Way worse. A
Yeah.
1,000 times worse. Yeah. Not even close.
Which is crazy considering the cast was far more reputable for Blood Rain.
I think it's like Rutger Hauer, like he knows what he is. I think he seems like one of those guys that shows up on time, knowing his lines, knowing his marks. And he's like, let's fucking do it. And then like
He's just like,
I think he just like he's like a really good freelancer, you know? Like he gets the gig, he shows up, he does it, he bounces. So
he just goes. He's in his trailer like, be Michael Douglas today. Be Michael Douglas. You are Michael Douglas. That's how good you are. Yeah. So dialogue. Yeah. What's worse, Blood Rain or Split Second?
Blood Rain.
Yeah, way worse, right? And it's more offensive as well, as we just established.
Yeah.
Give us a demerit for Split Second, if you don't mind.
I'm gonna. I mean, we've been talking about it the whole episode as we came to the realization that I don't think they had a monster until they were like 75% done with the movie.
Right. So how do we say that? What's a clever way of saying last second nightmare? Last second monster.
Last minute monster mash.
Last minute monster mash.
Yeah. Something like that.
We'll work
last minute Venomorph.
Although it didn't.
Yeah.
Last minute monster Venomorph, because I already wrote monster. And it doesn't matter because this doesn't win, so we never have to say it again. All right, last minute monster Venomorph, or that was convenient for Blood Rain.
That was convenient.
It was always convenient. Way too convenient.
Yeah.
That is why I will never let you leave with the eye. Wait a minute. There's an army attacking me.
And you left with the eye. Yep.
Man. What are we doing next week, Rob?
Oh, so we had a tie last week, and I forget. It's like a Stallone movie that you picked. Let's see.
Yeah.
It is. I'm pulling up the archive. I'm not looking down. I'm holding my phone, guys. Archive. We're gonna go. So it's a Sylvester Stallone film called I See You, but I is spelled like EYE. So like I See You. And the tagline is "Survival is a killer." This has to be like a straight to DVD or like a straight to Redbox type of venture. By the looks of the cover,
I saw this once, and I remember my mother and I have like some kind of connection. When it comes to this movie, because like I don't know if I was in like we watched it together for the first time, and I just couldn't stop making fun of it because even at like 13, like that's all I did was make fun of movies, you know.
And like here's the thing.
It was something like that.
It's one of those movies. Okay, yeah. So back in the 1990s, they did this all the time. I recently watched a Rutger Hauer movie called Deadlock, which was named Wedlock in theaters, or it was straight to HBO. It was called Wedlock, but on DVDs they call it Deadlock or VHSs.
Yeah.
This I See You. It used to be called Detox, like D hyphen Tox.
Yeah, Detox. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where like they have to like rebrand it because it did so fucking poorly. They have to like They have to repackage it and try recouping their investment because it has a budget of $55 million and it only earned 6.4 at the box office.
Oh my god! That's
so they're really hoping like the Walmart $5 bin would like recoup their loss, but it probably didn't.
It was like the same year that everybody found out what a dick Sylvester Stallone was to his like housemaids and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's what happens. That's what happens when when you're like in the zone for like 30 years and then like you have a hot mic moment. And everybody realizes like, oh, you've been in the state of Arrested Development since like 1984, and like you didn't keep up with. You came out of the zone, and like all of a sudden, every other thing you say might be racist. You know, like one of those.
Yeah, could be.
Vibes.
Could be. Yeah. Like you no longer are surrounded completely by yes men and yes women.
Yeah, you have a couple flops in a row, and then like they're like, we need to find a way to end these contracts and just move on to other projects.
Yeah, turns out you actually suck now. Like you
fucking suck.
We can call you out.
Suck.
It's great. All right, so next week I see you. Worst movie of the season so far is Blood Rain. I don't see that changing because that was the most insane fucking piece of shit movie I've ever seen. Rob, why don't you plug us? Throw it to me for my last word, and then we'll say goodbye.
Yeah. You can find us at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. When you go there, you'll see a bunch of things that you can click on, like Spotify, which has video, like YouTube, that has video, like Apple, which apparently will have video by mid next month because it's still March. Cool. So like mid-April is when they're rolling that out. Last time I checked. Have not received any updates on that, so I'm assuming I will at some point. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We have polls. We throw a poll up, me and Chris, and we both pick a movie that we would like to have be considered for the show, and then you guys vote on it, and then whatever one wins is the one we do on the show. In this case, we had a tie, which is why we're doing Split Second into Detox/ICU. And then, or if you don't want to do any of that poll gibbery-jew that we have up there, you can just email us at worstmovieevermade@gmail.com. And if you email us directly and request a movie, we will just bypass the poll and we will do your movie. That's www.theworstmovieevermade.com and worstmovieevermade@gmail.com. And Chris, what's your last word?
Did Durkin get laid every night?
I think he did. He for the amount that he was getting like punched down on, he was disproportionately confident, and that only happens when your little ding dong was getting wet every night. And I'm not talking about London ground wet. I'm talking like inside the poop.
Right? Yeah, more than an inch for sure.
I gotta see you next week.
You like jazz?
Not really.
Thank you so
One
much,
thing
Jay.
I do like
Maeve,
is reading
JK,
the worst comments on YouTube.
Joanne.
Well, how do you feel about offensive mini games?
Oh, just get me psychotic. How about a suicide pact?
You can just start backing up, honey, because I believe you're about to hit it.
Kendra Crump.
And where about
Thank you, Kendra Crump. We miss you.
You like jazz?
Come back on.
Oh, yeah, I have a heart out in middle of your fucking podcast. Dumb bitch. All right, see you guys next week. Let's get Jelly School out of here. Bye, Jelly School.